Hello there, this is James and you're watching Tixee Live. And a very happy Monday to all of you. In today's program, I want to discuss what could be potentially a huge week ahead of us and all the events coming up this week, and really talk about how these can affect the market. But before I get into that, don't forget, these little programs are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own diligence. There, I said it. And of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out the way, let's get started. So, in a nutshell, we have potentially a huge week ahead of us. A huge week ahead of us with so many key economic events happening. And let's go through some of the major events coming up this week and we'll discuss them together. Now, the first one really starts tomorrow. And that is the Reserve Bank of Australia's interest rate decision. Okay, interest rate decision. This potentially can be massive because I tell you why. Last time they made a decision, they shocked the market. Because originally the market anticipated a mere hike of 25 basic points, but the RBA surprised everybody and raised rates by 50 basic points. So now their interest rates are at 0.85%. So whatever they do next could potentially surprise the market. Will they be 0.25 or will they be more aggressive? Again, and go to 0.50 basic points. I mean, look at interest rates. US 175, CAD 150. Like I say, Australia 0.85, Euro. Okay, we're waiting for them to act. 125 for the UK, Swiss negative 0.25, and Bank of Japan negative 0.10. So yeah, will the RBA surprise us once again? So this potentially could be a massive, potentially a massive market mover. So it's worth keeping an eye on this in particular. So yes, but then that's just the beginning of the week. Because after that, on Wednesday, we have EU retail sales. This is due at 9 a.m. UTC. Now, don't forget all the talk. The market, all the talk on the market at the moment is all about inflation. How things are. The cost of living has dramatically gone up. So it'd be interesting to see how retail sales comes out of the EU on Wednesday as well. See if we can see a decline in that. Because don't forget, in the modern day economy, everything is based upon us spending our money. So we need to be spending our money to keep things ticking along. So EU retail sales, that's another big event worth keeping an eye on in particular. But on Wednesday as well, that's not just the only thing, because Wednesday is packed full of potential market movers, because on Wednesday as well, we also have the US Services PMI. It's the Purchasing Manager Index. Okay, so that's due at 2 p.m. UTC. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops as well. So again, keep an eye on that. But to be honest, both the retail sales and the ISM Services PMI is outshadowed by something else happening on Wednesday. And this is a potential big one. And that is, of course, the FOMC Minutes due at 6 p.m. UTC. Now, last time the minutes came out, it really spooked the market. Reason being is because the minutes painted a very hawkish tone. And as soon as the minutes came out, the market got very spooked. So it'll be interesting to see if this event does the same thing again, or how the market reacts to this. Because as we know what they did. They raised interest rates by 75 basis points. So it'll be interesting to see in the minutes what the general consensus of the Fed was. Were they all together for 75, or were there other members talking about 100 basic points, or maybe 50? and hopefully give us an indication of what they might do next. So yes, this again is potentially another massive event, a big event. Then it gets a little bit quieter on Thursday. Thursday, we have the US ADP employment change due at 12:15 p.m. Don't forget, I've spoken about this in the past. Some people think this is like an indicator of what the NFP could be. Okay, I don't see the two combined, to be honest, or see the two linked, but it'd be interesting to see what this is and how the market reacts. Last time the ADP came out, it came out a lot lower than anticipated, and it did affect the market. So again, this is worth keeping an eye on. But again, this gets outshadowed by something else, which is happening the very next day, which is another big one, which is of course the US non-farm payroll and US unemployment, both due on Friday at 12:30 p.m. UTC. I will be doing a watch along this week. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet. It may be the non-farm payroll. It may be one of the other events, but either way, I'll let you know. But hopefully you can join me with this event and the outcome of this event. So there we have it. There we go. We have a gigantic week ahead of us, a really bigger week. FOMC, NFP, RBA, again, all in the same week. So I do hope you can join me for these events. I know today's a bit strange. I'm only on today for the morning just to give you the heads up of this week, but I'll be back online again as normal at 8 a.m. UTC tomorrow and again at 1 p.m. UTC tomorrow. So please come along and join me for those lives. Okay. So anyway, as I always say, if you're watching me on Facebook and you like it, by all means, give us a follow. If you're watching me on YouTube and you like it, if you want, subscribe if you like. Click that notification button so you know next time I'm going live. If you enjoyed this episode and found it interesting and useful, give me one of those. Nice to know that it's being, you've liked it and you put up with me, all that sort of thing. But anyway, till next time, remember, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should it be treated as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence. And of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. Till next time, every single one of you, trade safe.